Hello everybody and welcome back to a surprise extra episode. Series has already ended, so what is this? I mean, all of you already know. Basically, when you watched my ending, you were like, well, he didn't get the new epilogue. And that came out so long ago. That's because I recorded all of Baldur's Gate 3 months ago at this point. So here I am coming back now that the epilogue update has come out. Apparently there's going to be some new content at the end of the game, so we're going to get to experience that now. Luckily, I have many saves in this. many saves throughout this playthrough. And one of them is a quick save right at the end of the game. So we're going to go to that. This is, I believe, the choice right before deciding whether to take control of the Netherbrain or not. So let's get into it. We're going to load this, and I don't really know exactly what to expect from this ending. All I know is that there has been a new epilogue added, where we get to meet some of the characters that we've gotten to know and make choices with along the way. So let's see what this has to offer. I'm excited to see this, and excited to be jumping into Baldur's Gate 3 again after many months. It's December for me. I mean, like, the Game Awards have already happened, and this game won Best Picture, and many other things. Probably should have won Best Direction and Best Writing as well, but you know what? I haven't played Alan Wake, I don't understand Alan Wake, so I won't fault them for it, I guess.
The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
Go ahead. Command the brain to destroy all the tadpoles and then itself.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn elliphids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
We did it! We actually did it! And the city's still standing.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We did it. The nether brain is dead. I can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. That means we can't turn into Mind Flayers. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with being a Mind Flayer, of course.
Even when my time in the prison stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me.
So in our original ending, we fulfilled this wish.
Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep the same thing because it just feels like my canon, you know? And I don't want to, I want whatever this epilogue is going to be, if there are things that have to do with this in the epilogue, I want it to be the same. You should do this, Lae'zel. Your people need you.
It will be done. I will never be free while my people are still bound by Vlaakith's chains.
Enough talk. Give me my freedom. Freedom from this form.
You're a Mind Flayer, but you're still you, aren't you?
Yes. But for how long? My mind screams. It will never stop until it has slipped away from me entirely. I will not be Gake. I did what I did to save my people. The rest is up to them. Someone else must rise within the ranks to lead the revolution against Vlaakith. Give me my freedom from this form.
I love this armor.
Release my soul to the astral seas, while I still have one to call my own.
That druid armor looks so damn good. We're gonna give him his honorable death. It's unfortunate they still haven't fixed the red aura issue.
Githka Tavkim crashed.
For whatever reason, this aura just does not turn off during cutscenes like it's supposed to.
Kulos!
All these months later, it's still there.
I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. To the skies!
Now there's a sight to see. Not that I'll miss them.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. The power of Karsus would be in my hands. But what then? What would I do with it once I have it?
Perhaps it's best we leave it where it is, lest anyone should ever again be tempted by such power.
A wise suggestion.
Can't remember if that's what I
felt
picked
a hubris
first time.
once before and landed myself with this orb. I think I'd rather not make the same mistake again. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, grown quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
I am seldom one to imbibe, but even I shall make an exception on a day like today. I think we have earned it, no?
Okay, this might be the epilogue. Maybe? A celebration sounds perfect.
Heroically spoken. We must find an inn. Minsk has been banned from his share of alehalls, but I am sure you and Boo can speak for me.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
Astarion will keep to the dark now, I wager. At least, he'll find plenty to feast on.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You were spectacular in every way.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... hurts. Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlach, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
Go, Karlach. Will be with you. You won't be alone anymore.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side. Zariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlach.
Fine. I'll go. Well, with you. But we have to go. Now.
Yeah, I just want the epilogue to be the same.
I can't hang on much longer.
We make the same choices so that the epilogue will reflect that. It seems like most of our main party is not going to be with us. We'll be able to talk to Shadowheart, but Will and Karlach are part of our main party and they're going to be gone.
All because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall.
Lizelle won't be there either.
Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire. No Death God's tyranny.
Oh, Scratch. What a good boy.
You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Last night was perfect. Though I couldn't help lying there thinking about my parents before you stirred.
It's so rude to say that. You must miss them.
More than I thought would be possible, considering the short time we had. I gave them the release they asked for. Freed myself from Shah's grasp just as they wished for. But there's moments where I think I'd trade that to be able to see them again. Talk to them again. There's so much only they could have told me. But that's all gone now. I've got to move on. Find some place for myself.
There's a place for you by my side if you want it.
I was hoping you'd say that. Whatever lies ahead will be far less daunting if I have you. It could be just like old times. Well, hopefully not exactly like old times. I think I've had enough camping and mortal peril for one lifetime.
Okay, this might be it. Is this where the credits would have rolled normally?
Since the Netherbrain fell, you and Shadowheart have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. She no longer shies from wolves or water. Nothing in the world frightens her anymore.
Cool new outfits
you feel
too.
You could face anything by her side. One day, you receive a letter passed to you by a stranger who bows with deference.
Cool
An
outfit.
invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Damn, Shadowheart. She really fills those pants. Don't mean to be crass, but... Hey! They do get to come back. Okay, cool. Only temporarily. But hey.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below.
Did you invite us,
with
Withers?
thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight Fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
So this is months later. And we get to hear whatever. Oh my gosh. Owlbear. He's so big now. Oh.
Reunited with friends amidst nature.
Okay, Speak with Animals is on. Good. Okay, okay. Is it on? I think so.
Amicus animae.
Yes, okay. All right. Our original camp, it looks like. Nice touch. So cool. Okay. So great to be back in here, even if it's just to go and talk to people. The talking to people is one of the best parts of this game. So I'm very excited about this. Oh, I missed you. I missed you. I missed you too, Shadowheart. Let's talk to our girl first.
I need a moment for the two of us.
I didn't expect to be nervous. But seeing everyone here like this, it's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and fallen leaves stuck to my backside.
I mean, this is the most real one for me. I mean, considering what I said when she, was walking around. Your backside is just fine. Trust me, I've been checking regularly.
Oh, I've noticed. Ever since I first slipped into my camp garments, I should think.
Yep. I got
So,
caught.
We should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story to someone moments after you've told them. Any ideas?
I'm your willing accomplice in all things. What do you think is worth telling?
Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins. That stray imp that joined us. Bing Bong, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh!
We've squeezed in a lot. And I'm glad I got to share it all with you.
Oh, that's a reference
I'm sure
to...
we'll have them hanging off our every word.
Okay.
I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else.
So Bing Bong the Imp is a reference to a D&D campaign thing that the cast did. The actual cast of this of Baldur's Gate. They all got together and did an actual tabletop campaign. And Bing Bong was actually, it's a whole thing. Just go and watch it. Please go and watch it. And then, the actress for Shadowheart and her girlfriend and the actress who plays Lizelle, they had a whole thing. They're great. Just go and check it out. It's fantastic. Come here and let me hold you. Damn.
Why? Are you expecting to be gone for long? All right.
For me, it's been months, okay? Did they make a new track for this epilogue?
In those arms.
Damn, Larian, you went hard. You always do.
That can be arranged. Almost a shame we're with company. I'd be tempted to let you whisk me away someplace quiet.
I'll be back soon for that. You go ahead and enjoy yourself too.
With music in the air and wine flowing, I think I'll manage. Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
You got it. Scratch!
Familiar sight.
Oh my
Scratch
gosh.
can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
It's his toy now. That's so good. Scratch, come here, boy. What a good boy.
It's so nice to see you again. You smell different, but not too different. I missed your smell, but this thing I found had you all over it. I brought it for you, and I thought perhaps you'd like to throw it?
Yes, absolutely I will. I'm so glad to hear that you fared well since our travels together.
I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
This is a dangerous object. I'm not sure we should be playing with it.
You know best, but a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
You know, you make a great point, and so I'm going to play fetch with it. Okay, where did it go? Do I remember how to play this game? Where is it at? Which button was our highlight button? It literally has been months, so... No. Where is it? Did he actually drop it? Okay, it was left alt. I was trying left shift, but left shift is this one. It's amazing how much you can forget just in a couple of months of not playing. Alright, where'd you go, Scratch? Oh, he's like gone. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over there.
Well, indeed.
Okay.
Can't slow down.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing here.
That's fantastic. Love it. Okay, so they put your other outfit in there in case you want to put that one back on. I kind of like the new outfit.
Friend? Friend! You came!
You're so big, dude.
Big brother Scratch, too! Happy.
Oh, he calls him Big Brother. I fucking love that. We disappeared.
Yes. Miss this. More! I play with Big Brother Scratch, but... yes. Miss this.
Wait, did we really just lose out on all of that dialogue because I left without finishing that? That's not okay. We're not letting that happen. Okay, am I drunk now?
Now, reunited with friends amidst nature.
Okay.
What more could I wish for?
Quick save.
I feel like I must have dreamed that. So, I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our back. Almost a shame with. Don't.
Friend? Big Brother Scratch, too.
Alright, I guess we're just gonna be invisible for this one.
Yes. Miss this.
You're a lot bigger than Scratch now, you know.
Yes. Big. But Scratch is smart. Teaches me many things. Like Big Brother.
I'm glad Withers brought you here.
Withers? No. You smell very delicious. Follow smell, find you.
You don't still want to eat me, do you? What have you been doing since last we met?
Lots. Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong.
Wow.
Tired now.
Okay.
Want sleep, want cave.
You need someone to look after you. How about Halson?
Bear man? He is big, but not bigger than me. I like him. I go to him.
Alright, hopefully Halson's okay with that.
Gonna live with the bear man. Gonna fight him. But no bite, Promise.
Good boy. Good boy. All right, we'll pet you. Hey, we're not invisible this time. All right, we got our pet in. A non-invisible pet.
Yes. Miss this. More.
A familiar sight. Scrap.
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Oh, I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Albert. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to play with.
He's got a girl. How did we miss this the first time?
I certainly have, and I always will.
Okay. I'm glad we found out that he's got a girl named Mindy. Jahira, how's it going, girl?
There you are. Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
All right, thanks, Mom. That makes one of us? Wow. What kind of greeting is that?
An unworthy one. Forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
I heard rumors that the upper city was destroyed beyond reconstruction.
The upper city has been almost entirely rebuilt. That's where the gold is.
Damn.
Even the builder's scaffolds are cleared from the streets. No dust left to sneeze at. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again.
Well, good for her, keeping people in line like that. All well and good, but what about you? I want to hear what you've been up to.
There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
My home is with Shadowheart.
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
All right, Will, how you doing, buddy?
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Breathe deeply and take in the scents around you. All right. Well done, us, huh? We still made it, but damn, that was a bad roll. First roll coming back after months. Roll of 3.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
I smell fragrant flowers and a mysterious accent I can't quite place.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
Oh, she better. Yeah, how have you been faring without your warlock powers?
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
Cool. Did he actually, like, I need to examine and see if he's actually listed as a ranger right now. I've missed traveling with you. You were a pleasure to be around.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side.
Have you had any time to visit your father?
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last Fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
All right, well, I hope that works out well for him. It's a little bit idealistic, a little bit dangerous, considering how many of the Fist were super, super corrupt.
Well,
within Gortash's system,
but for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine, for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Yeah, time to party, dude. So it almost sounds like Karlach and Will have found a key to enter and exit the Hells whenever they want, which honestly is the best situation that, you know, Karlach can be in, it seems like. So she can come and go as she pleases, which means that she's not at risk of dying. That's fantastic, if true. Well, we'll have to talk to her, but if so, that seems pretty good.
Why were we scrounging in barrels and crates for support?
All right, how's it going, Volo?
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Yeah, it got lost. That's what happened. You again? Getting yourself... That might be too rude. Have you come seeking a statement for your next tell-all?
Oh, I wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form.
Oh, God.
You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
The Hero and I? No?
I, me, it's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'd write a draft and you could just sign your name. Better still,
I'll sign it for you.
Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation.
I
But
bet.
you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
You know, when they make Baldur's Gate 4 that is like in the near future or the far future, we better be able to read a book. And it better be just ridiculous.
Wish I'd had time to polish up the horns.
Damn, they just gave you everything, huh? They want you to just wear whatever you want. I like it. Okay. All right, Gale, how you doing, buddy?
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Well, I see Mister didn't smite you in the end.
She did not. I'm delighted to report. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last.
I think we said not to touch it, but that's okay.
And now I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
All right, go on. Convince me. Why is illusory magic so much fun?
Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all, imagination. Unfortunately, in that respect, some of my apprentices seem to be rather lazy. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
Cheek of them. Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
Yep, Gale being a boring professor checks out. I love it. Found the love of my life. I'd say I'm pretty happy.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
I'd be honored to share knowledge with those eager to learn is the most natural impulse there is.
Well, I, for one, can't wait. And I say with some confidence, neither can they. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower.
Shrug. You getting down with your old ex?
Plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
But really, you should try and hook up with your ex again. All right, let's go and talk to Lizette. Oh, can we talk to the Tressum?
Oh, right.
What was her name, Tara?
You. Hello.
Hello.
Something caught in your throat, dear? Anyway, I hear congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Decarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
You know, he's kind of the sidekick. I was kind of the main deal. In fact, he wasn't even part of the main party, so he wasn't even in the final fight. He was relegated to the camp most of the time.
That doesn't sound like him. But whichever way you want to remember it, well done, I suppose. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
I'd quite like that. Thanks for the invitation.
We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
All right, Lizelle. How is your fight against Vlaakith going?
A most welcome sight. Old friend. For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. But to see your face, it brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Oh, that's lovely. Such a nice sentiment. Arcana failed. Okay. Probably to tell us what a Royal Inquisitor is, I guess. So, I'm wondering, those of you who romance Lizelle, do you have the option of joining her in this fight? Or do you have to split ways if she chooses to go and lead this army? I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments. You're looking a bit less solid than I expected. Must be busy, huh?
A bit. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
So your efforts atop of Vlaakith are well underway then?
We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zerith Minyaragith.
Okay. I'm guessing that that's probably something that's in the actual lore. What is that?
Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king
of
the
the Githzerai.
An exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so the Githzerai are kind of like the more lawful version of the Gith. They split off back in the day because the Githyanki were too violent in their methods, and the Githzerai didn't really vibe with it. So they're kind of like the quote unquote less evil they're the good version of the Githyanki, if we put it into simple terms. But it's kind of interesting to see them siding together for this. That's fun. And since Baldur's Gate is like canon to actual D&D lore, so like this is cool. This is something that like people are going to start exploring in their own D&D campaigns probably. Hold on, the Great Warrior Lizelle on a diplomatic mission. Interesting.
Exactly the reaction I expected.
You've grown.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
So when will I get to see you in person again?
Soon. When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I missed you. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
All right, very cool. The Baldur's Mouth Gazette.
So you made it! Now it really is a party.
How's it going, Astarion? Congratulations on winning Best Performance. You earned it, buddy. Absolute emergency over, declares Fist. Last Illithids routed from the sewers. Baldur's Mouth editor resigns. Links to Gortash regime unfounded. Charesse Recontour Raphael reported dead. Good. That was me. Black market, black magic. Devil's fee, goods still unaccounted for.
Hate to have missed this.
Selunite outpost decimated by unknown assailant, now protected by the Sword of Saloon, Dame Aelin. Hell yeah.
I learned much under
The other power couple of Faerun.
Such pleasure to see them once more.
With this complex
Okay, where are you, Astarion? Oh, there you are.
Bottle of fresh blood? Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
You can thank my partner for that. Being with them has been a blessing.
Love is a powerful tonic. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
You seem happy. Have you been drinking?
Cheeky. I've been very well behaved, thank you. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
That reaction face is so good. That's the face of somebody that just went, oh, really? A little bit of doubt there, but good for you, buddy. Oh, that reaction face was fantastic. Astarion, one of the good guys. Who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me.
Yeah, of
Perhaps
course.
more me than I've ever been.
Hell yeah, dude. You're free now. Do you ever... Oh, I don't know if I even want to ask that. You know? So, what's next for you? Going to keep living the good life?
Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
I'm glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Yeah, see you later, darling. I'm sure we'll see you later. I was kind of hoping to see that he had gone and joined up and was helping the other vampires underground. All the ones that we freed through the Cazador stuff. Because, like, literally there's what, like thousands of them? And I was kind of hoping it'd be addressed, but that's okay.
Withers has laid out quite a spread of food.
Thorm's army dispersed from Baldurian borders. Report Stone Lord killed by beloved
Perhaps he
ranger.
wishes to live vicariously through the attendees' appetites.
Or they were the one and the same, but you know. High Harper no more. Hero Druid goes to ground. Site of Foundry Blast still sanctioned off, says Fist. 6 months on, Ramesses Tower without its wizard. Yeah, he dead. EPI, Umberly, murder, outcome D. Is that a mistake? It's like a file name. Like it was supposed to reference that and then it was supposed to pull the text from this. I'm trying to see, is there like an extra space somewhere that messed it up? No? No spaces. Ravengard returned to full strength. Gondians disband. Gon's time has come and gone. Gondians no more. Wolbrin, Bongles, Ironhand gnomes take center stage. Ironhands and Gondians rebuild. City's new era of ingenuity. Serial killer unmasked as crazed ballist. Cool. So this is great. I love that they're like adding these in too to tell us what's happening in the city, and the fact that the Iron Hand and Gondians are like working together. Really cool stuff. So the Gondians disbanding. I don't really know. I don't remember or know enough about the Gondians to kind of like know what that really means, but. Volothamp, Get Arms, Guide to Baldur's Gate, Bard seeks contributors to newest edition. Last holdout cultist cleared from Temple to Ball. Bodies continue to surface from the Iron Throne wreckage. Oof. Yeah, we did not save enough people from the Iron Throne, unfortunately. There were so many people that, like, we got maybe half of them, if that. Not a goblin. Creature spotted crawling along Elfsong Bar, reported to be Githyanki Child. Crawling along Elfsong Bar? Reported? Okay. So, we never gave the egg to anybody, so. Like, I'm pretty sure that we had the Githyanki egg in our possession by the end of the game, because we never gave it to that group.
Not even close.
So, but that must have something to do with the Githyanki egg, right? Settlers bound for lands upriver amid claims curse is lifted. Settlers bound for lands upriver amid claims curse is lifted. Okay, that's people returning to the area in Act 2. Business boom, take your troubles to the House of Grief. Witnesses encounter vampire spawn and live to tell the tale. Oh, cool. 6 months since the assassination of Archduke Gortash. So the vampire spawn are not necessarily attacking people. That's good to hear. Small Sun, Tornu district built by Ilturian refugees. Janeth House to host Evening of Art and Culture celebrating Salvation of City. Okay, glad to see that things have vastly improved at the Janeth House. New Bardic School, Tiefling founder secures Upper City funding. Cool. Monument planned for heroes of the High Hall. The chest of grateful words.
The whole gang
Oh
is
my
here.
gosh, there's
Wish I'd
so
had
many.
time to polish up the horns.
I'm glad.
To the hero of the realms, we have followed your adventures closely from the day you fell from that doomed nautiloid to the final blow you struck to the Netherbrain as it loomed over the Sword Coast. We are but a humble guild who pride ourselves in telling stories not unlike the tales to be written of you for many years to come. How inspired we have been to witness your feats, awesome and terrible. The lives you've saved and sundered, the friendships you found. Thus we thought to extend a greeting, to thank you for adventuring with such creative determination, such panache, enough to touch the hearts of each of our number. With deepest gratitude, the Guild of Great Genius. Withers gave me this address and said I could consider writing. Thus, an update. The Iron Hand gnomes are nearly beyond help, but I've managed to yoke them into something resembling the coherent force of innovation. Oh, this is Barkus. Yep, it's Barkus. We've been hired to assist in the city's reconstruction, and our steam-powered object motorations are helping to move buildings, supplies in every part of the city. It's nothing really. I am well. I trust you are too. We deserve it after all, don't we? Ah, Barkus. Good for you, man. Good for you. To an old acquaintance, Art Kola. I write to you from the sunny porch of the Last Light Inn. A light breeze blows now and then. People are milling in and out. Builders, visitors, the children of all ages in Halsin's care. I can no longer hold a quill or eat without assistance.
Reunited
I can
with
no
friends
longer hold a quill or
amidst
eat without
nature.
assistance. A kind friend is transcribing this for me.
What more could I wish for?
Wow, so like, I mean, Art's still in really bad shape then. Daniel rejoined with Oliver, has promised to be with me when the end comes, and as our old songs drift on the wind ever louder, I know I have mere days left. Oh, he's dying. But I do not fear it. If not for your help, this land would still be shrouded in darkness, and I'd still be lost within it. Know that my heart is full and happy, and I'm grateful for my last moments. Do visit someday, and if you have time to stop by an old Flaming Fist's grave, I know I'd love to see you. Art Kola. Alright, let's pick those up so that we know where we left off after we read them. Salutations, I'm writing to request your help in a mysterious case that has arisen since our little Balian bash a half year ago. Is this, yeah, Valeria. The little, what are they called? Valeria, she was a something font, right? The little floating elephant guys. I don't know what they're called. Regrettably, I'd have to take credit for dispelling the ball cult. Yeah, regrettably, I've had to take credit for dispelling the ball cult. In your absence, you understand. Oh, of course, I'm sure. And I'm working on routing the remaining ballists. I can read, I swear, guys. I promise. I don't know what's wrong with me today. From our fair city. With the newly promoted Blaze developed Fountainhead in tow, of course. This has made me a target. A false document bringing my name to ill repute has been made public and alleged unpaid bar tab at the Elf Song. If you happen to be passing through with a bindle of coin, perhaps you can persuade management of my obvious innocence. Much obliged. P.S. Any advice on getting ballast blood out of my clothes? My hat's not been the same since the murder tribunal.
I could eat a beholder. What's cooking?
Since the timely end of Raphael's reign, I've gone back to Mephistopheles' palace in Kinia. Many of his father's court are celebrating the demise of my little brat behind closed doors, and I'm making a fortune selling evenings in his form now this is Harlop. Form now that there is no contract binding me to secrecy. Rather tasteless to desire a dead man like that, even amongst devilkind, isn't it? Unsurprisingly, you've proven quite popular, bedwarming the denizens of the ice hells as well. Undoubtedly, you've felt the echoes of ecstasy when I turn into you. Yes, many satisfied hellspawn. I was with a Galugan the other night who was rather taken by how your surface flesh shivered. Some of these sentences I'm having a hard time with. I was with a Gelugon the other night who was rather taken by how your surface flesh shivered, pushed up against a glacier. By how your surface flesh shivered, pushed up against a glacier. Alright, I think that's a real sentence. Many satisfied hellspawn. I was with a Galugan the other knight who was rather taken by how your surface flesh shivered, pushed up against a glacier. Is there, like, I feel like there maybe a comma there would have helped. I'm fine, I can read, I'm not having a stroke. Here are some other reviews of your body my patrons have asked me to forward to you. So rare to find a not forked tongue in these parts. 5 out of 5. You really should have asked for the nails to be trimmed before memorializing this form. 2 out of 5. It gets frostbite too quickly and is unsuitable to exhibitionism in this L. 3 out of 5. I hope you're enjoying Pleasure's Kicks, your favorite incubus. Alright. Alright, that's one line. Let's go and talk to some other people and then we'll come back and read some more. Maybe by then I'll actually be able to read again. Hey Minsk, don't worry Karlach, I'm coming to talk to you.
We are not dreaming. It is our old friend.
Why are you wearing such shabby clothing, dude? It's good to see you too, Minsk. Yeah, what happened to you? You look terrible.
Boo suggests that a hello is more traditional. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell.
You were in jail?
Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover.
Oh, is he doing time for his time as the Stone Lord? You were in a cell, what for?
Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference.
Okay, so he was in a Zentrum cell.
To the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no?
So Withers got you out just in time, huh?
In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returns us to our cell by dawn, Boo would not be late to the bloodshed.
He wants to go back.
But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
Finding more adventures wherever I can, without any tadpoles this time, thankfully, and with my beautiful girlfriend, Shadowheart.
Without tadpoles, Boo. Forgive my hamster squirrelishness. He has developed something of a taste for tadpole, and is displeased by the diet I have placed him on. But no better cure than the company of friends. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go, and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable. This pond shall do nicely, Boo, though I see no soap. So you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Polish up the horns.
Okay, Karlach. Dude, your new outfit is dope.
Oh my god! He wasn't kidding. Withers, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you.
Oh, Karlach, I missed you. You're so
I've
great.
missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean.
Yeah, I've been covered in a lot of blood throughout this game, haven't I? I've missed you too, I really have.
I'd say so. Can't think of who's been carrying your pack now that Kay's out of commission. Man, we had some good times. Wish Will and I had more time to reminisce, but surviving Avernus is just non-stop. Still, having him there has been incredible. You really can get through anything with someone you love at your side.
Oh, my heart!
Oh, but hey, guess what we found?
Oh, my heart!
Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge!
Oh, I love it.
Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't
I
seen
want
the
that
last
for
of
you.
old Karlak yet, soldier.
I know I haven't. You're gonna find a way. You will find a way. You will. Oh my gosh. Alright, confirmation. They're in a relationship. I love that. Those two will make beautiful, beautiful children. They're gonna be absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad to hear you might be able to fix your heart. You must be so happy.
Trying not to count my owlbears before they've hatched. But the thought of coming back to Baldur's Gate keeps me going. Can I look you up when I'm out?
You had better, or I'll hunt you down myself.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all
Honestly,
over again.
in a one-on-one,
she'd
she'd win.
Last time. I promise.
You all saw how much damage she was capable of doing to us, to our enemies. Every time she fought. Every damn time.
You made it! Now the revelry...
Look at this place. At us. This is the best party I've ever been to.
God, Karlak, you're so great. I love you. She's such a good character. Alright, let's read another set of letters. We still have Halcyon to talk to. I don't know if there's
I could eat a beholder.
anybody else running around. Like, I don't know, is Alfira somewhere here? I don't know why Alfira isn't the one here playing this music, you know? Hero of Baldur's Gate, Vanquisher of the Absolute. Ravengard, okay. The city is forever in your debt, for without your valor, your audacity, your sacrifice, it would not know renewal. It is not temples and inns and homes that I speak of, but hearts. Baldur's Gate can never be the city it was before it suffered the Absolute's touch. And that is as it should be. The survivors have borne witness to their homes near destruction. They have come to regret turning a blind eye to the cruelty Gortash disguised as safety and security, and they understand, just as I have come to understand, that trust, compassion, and unity are the foundation of Baldur's Gate. Our gates are open once more to the disowned and displaced. The Flaming Fist will learn to be true servants of the people, and I will devote myself to ridding the gate of the shameful fears that allowed evil to enter our homes and sit at our tables. Yours, Baldur Ravengard.
Scrounging in barrels and crates for supplies when he could source these.
Hey you, it's Arabella. You remember me, right? Bone Man once said I needed to find balance. Where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, the roots of all being, fancy talk. He was right though. After I touched that idol in the grove, it was like a big tree started to grow in my head. And all these weird thoughts and feelings and power sprouted on its branches like big black leaves. I had to figure myself out. So I followed the weave, like Bone Man said. I don't know how I knew what to do, I just did. After you squished the brain, Beardman showed up. Said the weave led him to me, and me to him. He's teaching me how to make sense of all of those leaves on my head tree. He says I need to use magic responsibly. He also says not to call him Beardman. I'll let you know how it goes. Oh crap, I forgot his name. Beardman, the guy who looks like freaking Dumbledore and Gandalf. Shit, I can't remember his name. He's teaching her, huh? That's good. A small extract from a self-published polemic tabloid. A note is attached at the top. I will not be silenced. E. Needling with Etfard. Friends, Baldurians, my people, consider our loss, our lauded and benevolent patriarchs maimed. Our great upper city libraries demolished, the very beating heart of our great city, the right to speak freely, dead upon the cobbles. Do you not see, my friends, Lord Gortash, formerly our greatest bulwark against the Absolute, is now smeared as a collaborator. His allies and colleagues tossed aside, former publications of repute turning to censorious farces. I ask you, the family continues in much the same fashion.
Wines from all over the world, but is there one bottle of fresh blood?
My friend, no, my darling. Greetings from Menzo Baranzan, where the blood you so kindly traded me is ready to play its part in resurrecting the glorious house Ablodra. Oh dear, I'm scared of that girl and her blood stuff that she's up to. I mean, we still, for the rest of our lives, will have explosive blood, which is concerning to say the least. From the moment I saw you, I knew you had power, and I knew that I could harness it. I knew that it could be mine. Soon I will descend into the abyss my people call the Claw Rift, searching for my lost house in its depths. Will it be dangerous? Oh yes, most dangerous, but don't fear, darling, your strength will see me through. I will find the ruins of my house, and when I emerge again, it will be as the matron mother of a house reborn. All thanks to you, all thanks to the power in your blood. Until we meet again, my darling. Araj Oblodra, Master of the Sanguine Arts. After so long in a vampire cell, I'd almost forgotten how to write. Never mind what to write. But what can you say to the person who unlocked your cage and gave your life back? Or gave us some kind of life at least. After you killed Cazador and opened our cells, we fled into the Underdark. There were thousands of us, a ravenous wave. Mad with freedom and out for blood, and gods did we find blood. We swarmed every monster and unfortunate in our path, drinking what we could. We lost hundreds along the way, some to beasts, but most just disappeared into the dark. It wasn't easy, but eventually Cazador's house spawn calmed us and took control. They found some old ruins we could call home, and we've been there ever since, building new lives for ourselves. Alright, so the rest of Cazador's spawn that we kind of like let go and freed, it looks like they took control. So even though Asterion hasn't joined them and become a part of that, it seems like the rest of them did. So that's cool. We're not free down here. The dark will chain us forever, but we aren't the prisoners we once were either. And that's thanks to you. You looked in our cages and saw people, not monsters, and here down in the shadows, we're trying to live up to that. Thank you now and forever, Sebastian. So it sounds like there probably was some loss of human life. Like, they said that, you know, obviously monsters and beasts and stuff that got in their way, but like literally anything that got in their way. And most likely there was some innocent life that was lost along the way. We knew that that was likely to happen to some degree, so... Dear friend, I doubted you for so long, perhaps you knew that already in spite of my best attempts. You prove yourself time and again. And at Joaquin's Rest and Moonrise Towers and Worm's Rock, and still I doubted. Lorik, okay? The Netherbrain's defeat should have proven your courage. Yet I was more doubtful than ever. This was a ruse, a dream, a trick. And then one eve, from the elf song, I heard it, singing. A raucous, lewd, tuneless, drunken refrain. I never heard anything more terrible and more beautiful. I raised my voice and joined the chorus. That was the moment all my doubts melted away and were replaced with something more valuable, hope. Baldur's Gate will be whole again. I might have doubted you, but you never did. With profound admiration, Florik. To the spawn Asterion. Greetings from the family of Ulma, hunters of monsters and keepers of peace from Faerun. We know this letter finds you well, for although we hunt you no longer, we do sometimes keep a watch. Your restraint and control over your bloodlust has been admirable. Indeed, it has been an inspiration for our children who have struggled with their own hunger. These last few months have been a difficult time for our people. We have protected and nurtured our children as best we can, and we have learned much. Herbs we once used to dull our foes' minds are now sedatives to ease hunger and pain. Restraints built to hold the undead now protect them from themselves. There has been a lot of pain, but a lot of progress too. Our children learned discipline and control. And while we learned compassion and patience, there was a time when we would have destroyed any undead creatures, our own blood or not, and called it a mercy, but then we met you. We saw that redemption was possible, difficult, yes, painful, but possible. You saved our children, first from Cazador and then from us. For that we thank you. We will watch you still, but with more admiration than fear. Walk in peace, Asterion. That's really cool. Hello, friend. I'm sorry it's been so long, but I have the most amazing news. You know how Lacrissa... Oh, it's Alfira. Okay, so she's definitely not going to be here floating around somewhere. You know how Lacrissa was working insane hours at the Elfsong Tavern? Well, she woke me up one morning all excited and told me that she had a surprise for me. She took me to the house in the lower city that had a plaque hanging up outside it. A plaque with you and Lehala's names on it, and School of Music beneath. I just burst into tears. I couldn't believe it. It's the cutest house you've ever seen, with a big open space downstairs and a small loft where we can sleep. Word spread, and before I knew it, I had a room packed with trainee boards and Candlekeep. From Candlekeep to Waterdeep, Lacrissa had to quit the Elfsong to help out. I'm teaching night and day and fall into bed utterly exhausted every night. And I've never been happier. Do come and visit sometime. We'd love to have you. Lots of love, Alfira. She started a bard school. Love it. I'm happy for them. Her and Lacrissa are good people. Hey there, would you mind passing this on to Karlach? Thanks a mill. Karlach. Oh. I'm still going to call him Damon. All you people in the comments that are like, he didn't help her because you kept calling him Damon. Damon is better than Damon. Damon is stupid. It's a bad name. His name is Damon. I don't care what you all say. And I will say it Damon for the rest of my life. Get over it. Karlach. If you're reading this, you're alive. One way or another, you found a way. Thank the gods. I think of you often, wondering what's become of you. Write to me, won't you? Please, yours faithfully, Damon. Not Damon. Gale, my boy. Elminster, that's his name. Okay. It's funny how, like, just a couple of months you can forget so many things. My brain don't work so good, so... Gale, my boy. I can only apologize for my absence from Wither's little gathering. As you know, only the most urgent business would keep me from indulging myself in his excellent taste in sweetmeats. And your esteemed company, of course. I was delighted to hear that you came to your senses with regards to the cursed crown, and delighted yet further when I heard that the orb's malingering presence no longer poses any threat. In that sense, at least, I hope you feel Mr. treated you fairly. I trust you're enjoying your adventures. I have to say, I struggle to picture you outside of Waterdeep, or your library for that matter. Wherever your escapades take you, be sure to keep your larder well provisioned. After all, one never knows when an old friend might drop by. Elminster. Dear Shadowheart, from Nocturne. Cool. It's her childhood friend. I hope that you are happy and well. I must keep this short as I remain surrounded by Shar's followers as almost every waking moment in my new enclave. I dearly wish for you to enjoy your night spent with old friends, and I hope that you and I shall share such a reunion. I know it must seem strange for me to dwell on such heretical thoughts, yet I cannot help myself. Perhaps one day I shall find some measure of the bravery that you did, and walk away from this life. Until then I shall keep safe, and hold memories of you as my one ember of light amid an ocean of darkness. Until we find each other again, yours always, Nocturne. One day she's gonna leave and we're gonna become a throuple. Githyanki script, Tirsu, adorns one side of the page, the other is written in the common tongue. Yeah, it's Voss, okay. Shalak. Orpheus may not be with us, but the comet shines ever bright. Breath by breath, battle by battle, Vlaakith's death draws near. I have taken to the astral plane, slaughter all who must be slaughtered, and spread the air's truth to every possible ear, willing and unwilling. Many Githyanki have already taken up arms as warriors of the comet. Others have remained in their enclaves or traveled to creches, dedicating themselves to our cause as scribes, spies, and slate scholars. But our allies do not call themselves children of Gith. Zareth Menyar Ag Gith, the Gith Zerai God King, has requested an audience. There was a time I would have thought such a coalition unspeakable, but with the Gith Zerai at our side, not even the full force of the Kith Rocky could stop us. If Vlaakith is to fall, perhaps the two skies must again be made one. Voss, T. Orpheus, Knight of the Comet. Yeah, I'm not even going to try that one. Thought I'd reach out first for once. I finally had my baby, a beautiful boy. Who is this? Oh, Marina. Yeah, of course, duh. I finally had my baby, a beautiful boy. I can't believe I ever thought of giving him up. He screams his head off half the night, and I've barely slept, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. Other than my wedding day, of course. I decided to name him Connor after his dad. With Ethel gone, myself and some other hag survivors have started our own publishing house. We've only printed a few pamphlets so far, but I'm halfway through my first book. Me, an author, it's like something out of a dream. Mind you, it's all about how to kill hags, but you know what they say, write what you know. With every pamphlet we publish, more people show up to our support groups. As happy as that makes me, it breaks my heart to see how much harm Ethel did. But so long as I live, another hag won't set foot in Baldur's Gate, you have my word. So we heard about some of like the other hags, like the Red Hag and stuff. Like Ethel was writing notes to a bunch of other hags, and I think one of them was supposed to also be in Baldur's Gate. I hope that Marina isn't still in danger, and since she's writing books about how to kill hags, if there is a hag nearby, she might be, but stay strong, girl. Stay strong, Marina. You got this. Anyway, the reason I'm writing you isn't just to talk your ear off, it's to say thank you for saving a sacred young girl who thought she'd be a terrible mother. I couldn't have been more wrong. Next time we meet, pints are on me. Marina. I'm not much for leaving my city, but it does gladden a girl's heart to be asked to the ball, so I'll thank you for that much. In my place, except a few casts of a fine vintage that managed to roll their way down from the upper city in all the commotion, the rebuilding has given rise to many such happy opportunities, worth discussing over a more civilized drink in the guild hall. If you find yourself at a loose end, enjoy the muck and see if you can get the high harper to sing. You won't be disappointed. 9 fingers. Alright, well, how much alcohol has Jaheira had? Let's get her to sing, huh? I hope my penmanship has improved somewhat in the past months. When I first stumbled into the city, I shook so badly that I could scarcely hold the soup the priest pressed into my hands, let alone write and thank you as you deserve. It is only when the city itself began to shake that I felt my hands grow still, along with the other veterans sheltering at the temple. Discards of Elturel's unworthy legions, I watched that monstrosity rise over the city. We felt no fear, only anger, disgust, purpose, and with it power. I do not know what oath we cling to now, or how long it will last, but we shall use it to ensure that this city will not suffer as Elturel did, whether it wants us to or not. It is more than thanks alone I owe. No words can make amends for what I did to my people, but that is as it should be. More come to the temple every day to aid in the relief efforts, and if I am permitted to work alongside them, then I am content. Come and see me when you can, Zevlor. Okay.
Cheers to you. Cheers to Withers. Cheers to all of us.
Cheers indeed. Okay, since some of these were like addressed to people, I just want to see if there's further dialogue after we read some of them.
Look at this place. At us. This is the best party I've ever been to.
Okay, so probably not. We still have to talk to Halson. Who are you, by the way? Milil? Did we meet you at some point? Probably, right? Maybe. I don't know who this is.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
You seem glum. I thought bards were meant to be full of pep and joy.
I find it hard to summon up the trademark pep these days. You have no idea who I am, do you?
Nope.
I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
Go on then. Who are you?
Though if the lack of song prayers is anything to go by, that name carries less weight than it used to. Apologies. I think I got a mote. Carried away.
Religion is interesting.
You're hardly to blame. You just want to change up the music, I wager.
Deception. Wait, it's all coming back to me. I know who you are. What an honor. I'm sure that he's like somebody in the lore. I don't know who he is though.
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally! The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
All right, I'm sure somebody in the comments will fill me in on who Milil is. Change the song?
Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want?
Let's see. Something that encourages dancing.
Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
Oh yeah, I was gonna examine you, wasn't I? Humanoid, level 12 human. He's a level 12 ranger now. Yep. Awesome.
Greetings, O cultured adventurer.
Cultured adventurer.
What can I do you for?
Now he's all happy. All right, well, at least we made the sad bard happy, whoever he is. Where is Withers? We need to talk to Withers, too. Let's go over here real quick. We still need to talk to Halsin. Whoa. Dang, dude. What have you been up to here, huh? Recipe of Elixir of Arcane Cultivation, Book of Willing Souls. A neat list of Baldurians and the deaths that befell them, beneath an annotation from Withers. Souls snuffed out in the Battle of Baldur's Gate. Perhaps some might deign to return, should their city ever need them again. Savern Ortholo, crushed by a falling roof, as he held the door for others to flee. Nance D. charged a Mind Flayer that entered her granddaughter's room, died with her second best scissors in its eye. Barely Quickflint brought a Nautiloid down over the bay. Cool. Damn. Somebody took out a Nautiloid by themselves?
This one night is like any
well done,
other,
dude.
and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
Okay, it seems like those dialogues might actually end the party, so... Alright, Halsin, what's up, dude?
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
Let me guess, just as nature intended?
Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
You sound like you need a drink.
Well, I am not normally given to imbibing, but this is a special occasion, and I believe our dear Withers procured a fine honey mead as part of the celebratory victuals. Even the most ascetic of nature's servants would be tempted by such an elixir, but that can wait. Your company is what truly drew me. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
You first, Halsin. I want to hear about the life you've made, the people you've helped.
In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Is this the balance you wished for?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Though it is a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. True balance is no simple, fixed thing. I see that now. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I'll need to see this place for myself.
You are welcome whenever you like. and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Regale Halsin with tales of your past 6 months.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. Quite often. They come and go as they please. But with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned. I spend half my days in ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be.
Sorry, I was muted there for a moment. I hope it was just for a moment. I think it was just during Halsin's stuff. Let's see. What of the Grove? Do you stay in touch?
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
I may have volunteered you for something, if you'll forgive me. Might your new community have room for a well-behaved owlbear?
Do you truly even need to ask? Of course.
Oh, good.
Who could not open their home to a befeathered hero of Baldur's Gate? And I did promise the children I would bring them back a surprise. Oh, imagine their faces.
Maybe you'll get a break from the piggyback rides. You seem more settled than I expected. I thought that was against your nature.
As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
May I have a hug?
Always.
Now don't read into it, Halsin. I know you, dude. You are horny on Maine more than anybody I know. So just chill. He understands where we stand. We're good. We don't have to worry about that.
Your embrace makes me feel safer than any armor could.
He's
before you go,
respectfully horny
I
on main.
have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
You're a sentimental creature at heart, you know that?
Oh, I am well aware, trust me. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on, enjoy the festivities.
Got ourselves a whittled duck. Okay. Have we talked to everybody? Think so. Okay, that one just has clothing in it. We read all of the letters. We read that. We read all of those. Okay. Let's go talk to Withers.
I'll give it a shot.
Yes?
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To the greatest friends I could dream of. What a fantastic cast in this game. Game of the year. It deserved it so much. And I'm so happy for Larian that they got so many awards. And I do think that they deserved even more. I really do believe that they should have won Best Writing. The writing in this game is unparalleled. Hands down unparalleled. Like, it doesn't matter how well crafted Alan Wake is, the writing in this game took it to a whole other level. The way that they were able to fuse together their writing with their level of storytelling is just incredible. And I do think that they should have won that as well. And Best Direction, come on. Like, the fact that this game is so complex and the amount of options and everything coming together in the end the way that it is still able to. Best Direction, like, Sven, you should have gotten that, man. Like, I don't know. And to be fair, like, I've watched a little bit of Alan Wake 2, and it looks like a really, really competent and really well-made game. I couldn't continue watching it because I realized very quickly that I understood nothing of what was going on, mostly because I haven't played the first game, and so I just I would never be able to get the most out of it without playing the first game, so I ended up stopped watching it, but it seems like a competent game. But like, Baldur's Gate 3, so good. And you know what? It still won like 6 game awards, and including Best Game, and it deserved it. What a great game. What a fantastic, great game.
There thou art, the dead 3.
Thank you for this epilogue,
Thy
Larian.
faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name.
Talking
Didst
so much
truly
shit.
believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become Mind Flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools. Everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away.
So is it basically confirmed
Thou
that he's
wilt
Nergal?
trouble us no more.
Damn, he obliterated them. Like the dead 3, they should just probably stay dead after that because their character just got murdered by Withers. Well done, old man. Well done, Bone Man. Mr. Bones. All right. There is the epilogue. Thank you once again, Larian Studios. You're just out here proving once again that you're just some of the greatest out there. Don't ever change. Don't ever let that get to your heads. You know, don't inflate your ego so much that you forget how great you were right this very moment. Divinity Original Sin, Divinity Original Sin 2, and this has been such a great progression of you just showing that you guys have the chops and that you're one of the greatest developers out there. Never lose that. I hope you never lose that. Thank you for this epilogue and giving me another almost 2 hours of content here. I truly appreciate it. All right, everybody. Don't forget to tune in to some of my other playthroughs. You're not going to want to miss them, so make sure to come out and watch. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Vlado101, Andy Ford, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, A Happy Fat Panda, Turkeyfoot 27, Pedo Kuto, Shadow Raven, Anna Kate the Great, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.